So, here I am, a teacher at a small K-8 school, and let me tell you, it's a challenging environment. We have this one student, Jim, who has earned a reputation for being, well, let's just say he's infamous. He's 8 years old, but he has severe ADHD, poor impulse control, and probably some other issues like ODD, which stands for Oppositional Defiant Disorder. This kid has a temper that could ignite a forest fire. Every day feels like a battle. I mean, how do you handle a child who seems to thrive on chaos? No amount of redirection or coaching seems to make a difference. I could tell him to stop picking on the younger kids, but it's like talking to a wall. If I redirect him from trying to punch someone to playing tetherball, he just turns the tetherball into a weapon. My patience was wearing thin. I get it. Some people will say he's just a kid, he doesn't know any better. But at 8 years old, he knows when he's being a bully. He just doesn't care. I've dealt with countless incidents involving him. It's like a never-ending loop of chaos. And then there's me, trying to keep the peace while he throws rocks at my head or swipes my belongings. I've reached a point where I dread seeing him in the hallway. So when recess rolled around, I was already on high alert. I noticed Jim heading toward a boy a grade younger than him, and I bolted over, ready to intervene. But before I could reach them, he did the unthinkable. He grabbed the little boy's braid and ripped it right out of his head. I rushed over, scooped up the crying child, and took him to the nurse. But as I left, I turned back to Jim and said something I now regret. It's no wonder you don't have any friends. No one likes a bully. As soon as those words left my mouth, I felt a wave of guilt wash over me. I knew I shouldn't have said that. I was just exhausted and frustrated. But then Jim started screaming, crying, claiming he had friends and wasn't a bully. But let's be real here. He didn't have any friends. No one wanted to sit with him in class or during activities. After I left, I could only imagine what was happening. I was already bracing myself for a reprimand from the administration. I lost my cool. I knew better. I should have been kinder and more patient, especially with a neurodivergent student. But in that moment, I felt like I was at my breaking point. I had seen enough. I didn't want to hurt Jim's feelings, but I needed him to understand the impact of his actions. It was a heat-of-the-moment thing, but I can't shake the feeling that I might have crossed a line. So now, I'm left wondering, was I wrong? Should I have kept my mouth shut and handled it differently? I know there's no easy answer, especially in a situation like this. What would you have done if you were in my shoes? Was my outburst justified, or did I fail as a teacher?